Hello everyone. So in this recording, I'm going to cover all the programming questions that I have given in the string assignment. Okay, so one by one, we will start discussing on. So before moving forward, there are some programs which are related to array only, like the explanation part. Same thing. I am going to means there will be some program in a string where you will see uh, already that part I have covered in the array. So that part I will not explain again. So I will just mention if you before going to the string programming question, I would request first go through the array programming video to understand all the explanation, then move on to this string video. Then you will be able to understand what I'm doing here. Okay, so from the string, the first program is duplicate characters. So if you remember in Java, we have done a program where we have to find a duplicate element. Here, there will be a string, and in that string, we will identify what is the duplicate character that is repeated in the word. So in this example, if you see, I have taken a word called, let's take the word as Java. In Java, if you notice, A is repeated two times. It means A is the duplicate character in this string. So this is what we are going to achieve. So again, the how to find duplicate element or how to find duplicate character, that logic, that logic will remain same. Only thing, there will be some changes as we are working on the string, so there will be little bit of changes. Okay, so now if you see, I have taken a string called Java. First, I have converted the string into array. So this, if anyone asks you how you can convert a string into an array, so for that, what you will do, you will simply call with the string variable, write dot and then to char array. This method will convert this entire string into an character array. So that is why after converting this, I'm storing this one into a character array. Okay. Why I have converted into an array? So that I can use the for loop in order to find which one is the duplicate one. This is the only change. After that, this logic part will be same that we have covered in the array. So here what I'm doing, first I will pick one word, one character from this, one character from this array, and that I will check whether this character is available to the rest of the part of this array or not. So same thing I'm doing. This is the first for loop, which one by one will pick the character from the array, and another for loop I have started, which will start from the next of the character. That means if you are picking this one, so it will start from this one and it will check till this part. So that is why here j equal to I plus 1. If I will be 0, then j will be 1. That means if a of I is j, then a of j will start from a, b, and a. Now it will check whether j is available at these places or not. If it finds, if both becomes equal, that is the duplicate element, and after printing the duplicate element, it will break, because this is the target. In order just to find the duplicate character, once we find it, further we don't need to check, so we will break from there only. If it is not equal to, then it will again go to, if in the first loop j is not available anywhere, so it will not find any duplicate character. Now again I will become 1. So when I will become 1, so it will pick a. Okay, about j will be I plus 1, that is 2, so it will start from b. It will check whether, here it will check a of I. A of I means a, and a of j means b. Both are not equal, so it will not print. But again, j will increment, and now when it will reach to a, here it will find a is equal to a, then it will print a and it will break. So this is the same thing I have explained in the array program. Okay, so now if I run this, so it should print a. Okay, so it is printing a. This is how we can find a duplicate character in a string. Now next is the number of occurrences of each of the character in a word. Let's suppose this is a word. In this word, a particular character appears how many times? For example, J appears one time, A appears two times, B appears one time. So in this way, I want to print the output of this program. So for this, what I have done first, again, I have converted a string into an array so that I can use for loop. I will start a for loop that will go from the entire index of the array, which will start from 0, and j will start from the next value of I. That means if I is equal to 1, so j will be 1. So here what I am doing, here I have taken a integer variable 1. Why its value is 1? Because every character appears at least one time in this word. It cannot be possible like there is a character and it appears only, it doesn't appear. If there is a character, that means at least it is appearing one time. So that is why count I have the starting value of count I have taken as 1. Now it will come inside this. Now again this is same like the duplicate character. Here one thing which I am doing is I will just compare whether this value is equal to this value. If both becomes equal, that means that character is appearing two times. So in that way I will increment the count for that particular character. So in the first time it will pick j as part of this loop, and it will check whether j is appeared at any of these places or not. If it appears, then count will keep on incrementing based on that. If it is not, then count will remain 1. Similarly, once it will complete for j, then I will pick the next value, that is a. Now for a, it will check whether a appears more than one time or more than two times or more than three times. So based on that, it will increment the count. And then here, if you notice, after getting the total count, I'm printing the count as a of I. A of I means first value of I will be j. So it will print j appears how many times, then a appears how many times, then b appears how many times. So in this way, it will keep on printing. So this is the main logic. Here we are checking. First, I'm picking one's character, and then I'm checking whether this particular character is equal to the rest of the character or not. If if the duplicate is found, then I will increment the count. If it is not found, then it will remain 1. Okay, so now you can see J appears one time, A appears two time, B should not appears two time, B should only appears one time. 1 second. Mm, Okay, so here what is happening, where B, for B it is coming two times, because count whenever it is matching, like for J it is not matching, so count is 1, but for A it is matching. So that is why for A the count has become 2. But here the value of count is not 1. Now it has become 2 since it has incremented over here. That is why for V, when it is checking, so it is not founding any duplicate character, but the count value is 2. That is why for V it is also coming as 2. So here what I will do, I will declare this variable inside this for loop. Why I am doing this? Like whenever this loop, for every value of I, when this loop will start and it will go inside this, count will become 1. This count will become 1. So currently the count is 1. It will come inside. It will count j is only one time. So it will print j as 1. Now again for loop will start. Again the count value will become 1. Now it will check for A. Since A has 2 times, so it will increment the count value as 2. So it will print A as 2. But again when the for loop will start next time, then the count value will again becomes 1. So it resolves the issue that we faced before. Every time for every value of I, count will start from 1. And based on that, if that particular character founds 2 times or 3 times, this count value will increment. When it will increment, finally we will print that particular result. After that, again when the for loop will start, count will become 1. Okay, so now you see the problem for V has resolved. Okay, so this is how we check the number of occurrences for each character in the string. Next is the palindrome. Palindrome, what is the meaning of palindrome? If you reverse the same string, then it will also represent as same. Like if you say here it is Hana, if you reverse this word, it will also, if you reverse this, then it will also look like the same. That it will be pronounced as Hana only. H-A-N-A-H. Here also it is H-A-N-A-H. So here what we will do, we will reverse this array and then we will compare both are equal or not. If both are equal, then that is a palindrome. If both are not equal, then that is not a palindrome. So again, I'm converting the string into an array so that I can use the for loop. Now here I have to use the reverse logic. I have to reverse the array. Sorry, reverse this particular string. So now you know, like we have already covered array program where we have reversed a particular array. Same logic I have applied here. Same logic I have applied here. So you can check the explanation in the array program. So okay, so this particular code will reverse this array, okay, and it will store the reverse array into this. Sorry, here I am converting this array into character array, and now I'm reversing this array. So this array is reversed by this particular code. Now when the array is reversed, since I need to reverse this string, and I have to compare at the last, I have to compare a string. But here I have converted the string into array and then I have reversed the array. Now I have to convert this array into a string so that at last I can compare both the strings. So how you can convert an array into a string? So for that there is a inbuilt method in the string. Just write a string dot and call this inbuilt method value of and provide that particular array. So this particular command will convert an array into a string. So I'm converted that particular conversion into a string. Now I'm comparing this string with this string. If you see, here I'm comparing. If it is equal, then that is a palindrome. If it is not equal, then that is not a palindrome. Okay. So took array converts an string into an array, and string dot value of convert an array into an string. These are some small interview questions you can remember. Okay. Now if I run this program, so you will notice this is a palindrome. If I change this value to, if I add one a here, and now if you reverse this, then it will not be pronounced as same. So now if I run this, then it will display as not palindrome. Okay. So this is how we find whether a particular string is palindrome or not. Same logic you can apply to find whether a set of number is a palindrome or not. Okay. Now the next program is to remove any character. Like there will be a word and I will give you a character and I will ask you to remove that particular character from that particular word. For example, here I have taken a string as Java, and here I'm asking you to remove this V from this word. So it will be JAA. So this is how you have to print. So for that, again, I'm converted the string into an array. Okay. After that, since I have to remove a particular character from this, now this string has become array. Now from this array, I have to remove this particular V. So once I will remove a particular character from this array, so the length of the array will become changed. Initially, here the length is 4, but I will remove, if I remove a particular character, then the length will become 3. Okay, so here the length is changing. Okay, so for that, what I have done, I have created a new array. I'm creating a new character array, and here I am defining its length as length minus 1, because when I will remove a word, then the length will become 3. So for the length 3, I am creating one more array. Okay, so once I will remove that particular character, then I will store this JAA into this new character array. Okay, now this is the main logic. For loop, this is clear to everyone. Index will start from 0 and it will be array of length minus 1. This is the for loop. Now inside this, what I am doing, I am tweaking. Okay, here what I am checking is this word I have to remove, this character I have to remove. So here I am checking whether this character is not equal to array of I. So here this string is converted into an array. So now this string is available in this array. So here I'm checking whether V is equal to the first value of array. Here it is checking it is not equal to. If it is not equal to, then I am storing that particular value into this array. So the logic is, if it becomes equal, if this becomes equal, that I will not store. If this is not equal, then that I will store. So in this way, I can remove the V from the word. Okay. So here first what it will do, it will check whether this V is equal to J. It is not equal to. So here in this new array, okay, here I am storing. Here for this array, I have created a J variable. Its initial value will be 0 because the index of array starts from 0. Okay. So here at array of 0, I will store array of I. That means J. Now for the next value, it will check whether V is equal to A. So again, it will not equal. After storing, if you notice, I am incrementing the index value for this new array to 1. Okay. So now here V and A is not also not equal. So again, at array of 1, it will store A. Okay. Now again, J is incremented to 2. Now it will check V is equal to V. Yes, this becomes true. Sorry, this becomes false because V is equal to V. So if this becomes false, then the storing part will not happen because it will not come inside this if condition. So V is ignored. Now it will check whether V is equal to A. For the next value of I, it will check V is equal to A. So that is not equal to A. So this condition becomes true. Now at array of 2, it will store A. So it will be JAA and V has been eliminated. So now this new array contains the array and removed the word V from this word. Okay, now I'm converting this array into a string and that I'm storing in the same string. After conversion, I'm storing into the same string. Why? Because this is the requirement. I have given you this string, but you have to give me JAA after removing V. So this new array contains that target. It contains only JAA. So I'm converted that array into a string and I'm storing the same string into the same string variable. So now Java is replaced by JAA, and now that I'm printing over here. Okay, so now if I run this, you will see V is removed. So this is how we remove a particular character from an array, from an string. So this is also similar to removing duplicates. Like if you are able to write the program for this logic, then this logic will remain same for other programs. Right? For this also it is same. For this also it is similar. I would not say same. It is similar. But that initial value of I and j, this remains almost same. So once you practice, if you go through this recording, then explanation once you will hear the explanation, then it will be clear. But if you practice two times, three times, four times, five times, if you write by your own, then this logic will keep on sitting in your mind. Then it will be remembered in your mind. Like if and instantly you will be able to write any program. So you also have to memorize some of the techniques. Like once you write the program, then try to identify whether this technique is getting repeated in every program, so it is almost similar. So remember that technique so that that can help you to write any program. So little bit smart work also you have to do. So now let's move on to the next program, that is reverse an array. That means totally reverse this particular word. So something we have done here in the palindrome, where we have reversed and then we have compared, but here we just need to reverse. So I no need to explain this thing. First, I'm converting this string into an array. Then I'm writing the logic for reversing the array. Then I'm converting the array into a string, and then I'm printing this string. So currently, it is Java, so it will be ABAJ. In this way, it should print. So it is printing in that way, ABAJ. So this one I no need to explain. Okay, the next one is how, if you remember in the theoretical class of a string, I have told like a string is immutable, if you remember. So that I also have explained to you in a theoretical way. But in interview, they can ask you to prove it with a program. So how you will prove that? So for that, if you see, I have taken a two string, both has the same value. So first I'm comparing with the help of double equal to. I'm not comparing it with the help of equals to method. Because if you remember again the theoretical class of a string, there I have told equals to compares the address of the string. It doesn't compare the values of the string. If the address is same, then it will give you true. If the address is false, then it will give you false. But equals to method compares the value of the string. It doesn't matter what is the address of the string. So intentionally here I'm comparing the string with the help of double equals to, because I want to check whether the string address is same or not. So if you remember, there are two ways to store a string. That is, one is the string literals and one is the new keyword. If you are storing the string with the help of a string literals, let's suppose if this two string I have created with the help of a string literals. If you remember, if both the string has the same value, then it will only create a single memory space in the memory location, and both the reference will refer to the same memory address, same memory location. But this is not the case in new keyword. With the help of new keyword, if the value is same also, then also it will create two different memory spaces, and both will refer to each of the respective memory spaces. This is the first difference that we have already discussed. So here let's focus on the string literals. So as of now, you can see both value is same, so it will create only one space in the memory, and both st1 and st2 will refer to the same memory. So here if I compare with the help of equals to,
So as you know, like the memory location is same, so it will print same reference. If it is same, then it will same reference. If not, then it will not print same reference. Okay. And now if you remember, I told you, if you try to modify a string, then it will create a new space in the memory location. And that particular reference variable will refer to the new memory location, not the previous. So previous one will remain same, but no one will point. It will not have any reference. Here, same thing I'm doing. Here I'm modifying this string. So here I'm concatenating. I'm adding these two extra character and this string. So basically I'm modifying this string. So once I have modified, now st1 will for this modification it will create a new memory space in the memory, and st1 will point to the new memory location. But st2 is still referring to the same memory location. So now st1 and st2 both are referring to the different memory location. If the memory location is different, then if you compare with the help of equals to operator, then both will not be same, because equal double equals to will compare the memory location. So in that case, it will print not same reference, and this is how you can prove. Once you try to modify any string, it creates a new memory location. It doesn't modify the same value. That means once a string is created, it cannot be modified. That is why the string is known as immutable. So in this way, with the help of this program, you can prove whether a string is immutable or not. So see, we have proved it. Okay. Now the next and the last program is how you can convert. Like there is a string, okay, and it is a number, but here I have kept this number into a double quote. So now here the number is represented as a string. And I will tell you to convert this string into an integer. This kind of program interview they can ask. Convert how you can convert an string into an integer. So once they ask you this kind of thing, it means first of all you have to store the string. Okay. Okay. So what I was saying is, if you have to convert, if they will ask you to convert an string into an integer, so first of all that string should be an integer. Then only this conversion is possible. So you have to first of all you have to store the number in the form of a string. So this is what I have done. Now in order to convert an string into an integer, there is an inbuilt method that is integer.parseInt. Simply call this and provide that string. So that string will be converted into a number, into an integer. So after conversion, just store it into a number and print it. So that particular string is converted into a number, into an integer. Okay. Now they will ask you to convert a number into a string. So currently this is our number. This is an integer. So they will ask you to convert an integer into a string. So how you can do that? For that also there is an inbuilt method integer.toString. Simply call integer.toString and provide that integer number. So this will convert this number into a string and just print it. So just in order to prove whether this number is converted into a string, here I have done some logic. So here 345 is there, right? This method has converted this string into a number. So now 345 is a number, is an integer. So if you try to add in this number 4. So it should become 349. If it is an integer, then it will become 349. But if it is converted into a string, and now if you try to add 4, so it will not add. Instead of adding, it will concatenate. That means a 4 will be added over here. So it will become 3454 if it is a string, because in a string, addition is not possible. So see, this is what happened. That means this method has converted the number into a string. Okay. So in this way, you can convert a string into an integer. In the same way, if they ask you to convert uh, a decimal number into a string into a decimal number into float, similar to string into integer, they can also ask you to convert a string to float. So that is also same. This is what you have to follow. So instead of integer, you will write float dot parse int. F will be in capital. Okay. Just write float dot. Then it will also give you the method as parse float. See, parse float is coming. Okay. Just call it and provide the string. So it will convert the string into a float. So in this way, you can convert a string into a float. Similarly, if the number is float, then you can convert that float into a string by just writing float dot to a string. And here just provide the float number in the same way. Instead of integer, just provide the float number. It will convert that into a string. So just remember what it is asking you. If it is string to integer, so it will be integer. If it is string to float, then it will be float. If it is string to, it can be other one also, like double. So just write double in capital dot parse double. Okay. If they ask you to convert a string into boolean, so for that there is a boolean dot parse boolean. So for everything, just remember what is the target. If the target is integer, so here you will write integer and then parse integer. If it is float, then float dot parse float. If it is double, then double dot parse double. If it is long, then long dot parse long. If it is boolean, then boolean dot parse boolean. If it is character, then you will write char dot character dot. I think for character there is no such inbuilt method, so they will not ask you if there is no such inbuilt method. Okay. So similarly for float, if it is the reverse case, like if they ask you to convert integer to float, so here you will write integer dot to string. If they ask you to convert a string to float, then here you will write float to string. If they ask you to convert a double into a string, then you will write double dot to string. Okay, so this two string will remain same. Only thing this thing this is you have to change. Okay, so this is how you can convert any number into a string and any string into any kind of number. Double, float, integer, boolean, anything. Okay, hope you have understood this logic, what I am trying to say. So that's all from the string class. So whatever the assignments I have given in the string that I have covered. The theoretical, there are also some questions which are theoretical. So that theoretical explanation I have already given in the assignment only. You can read that. If you have any issue in order to understanding the theoretical portion, then you can connect with me. I will explain again, or I will try to clear your doubt. But the programming part here, I have covered everything. Okay, as I said before the starting of this recording, first watch the array program and practice that first. Then try to watch this string one, and then and then practice these programs. Okay, so thank you all. Now one more recording is left. That is for the fourth assignment, so that I will provide very shortly. Thank you.